Hello, Butler County High School sports enthusiasts. It's us again. Welcome to another edition of the Butler County High School Sports Report. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt. Chris, it's been 10 months on the field.
Yeah, Joey, it's kind of ridiculous to think that it's been that long where we've been able to kind of enjoy some high school football on a regular basis and maybe a little bit of a normalcy basis there. But to be back here at Hornet Stadium to catch Talawanda and Monroe, it's going to be fantastic to watch.
Well, absolutely, especially with these fans now no masks. So now we got two programs today, Monroe and then we have Talawanda. Both teams looking for their identity early on in the season. Monroe they finished hot last year with that upset postseason win over Elida. And then you go to Talawanda, first-year head coach Jay Volker. Give us a little bit of background around for him.
Yeah, Jay Volker comes from Kings, did a little bit of assistant work over there, and then found his way into Talawanda. Larry Cox ended up taking a position up at Franklin. Jay Volker took advantage of it, and he said, look, we're going to go ahead and make sure we put Talawanda back on the map. One of the things he told our reporter, Chris Gundrum, he said, look, Talawanda's not really well respected in terms of football world, but you know what, we know that, and we're trying to use that as a little bit of an advantage factor there. And you know, we're going to find out tonight.
Oh, absolutely, especially with the star-studded, both us Reveille making the switch from the backfield to quarterback now. That's going to be interesting to see how Volker lines up with that offense. And on the other side, Bob Mullins. He has his program right when he wants it, and he's looking for a winning season this season.
Yeah, Bob's actually been ecstatic to actually have his third year under the belt here coming up. You know, it's one of those things where you want your entire program to be built around you for 4 years once you get this from freshman to senior. And he's going to continue to do the same thing. What he told me the other day was he said, look, we're going to go ahead and hang our hats on how hard our kids play. And that's one of the things that he cherishes about his players, is that once he sees those kids out on the field, they're going to go and take care of business in terms of effort, enthusiasm, and making sure that they're going to play the game from start to finish.
Absolutely, and it will start from the defensive background. Last season, Monroe last in the Southwest Buckeye League in total yards allowed with 311. It was a short season, granted, but you know, Coach Mullins coming in, he'll have something to say about that.
Yeah, that's one of the things that kind of bit Monroe when they actually had a good offensive scheme and a good offensive drive against a program last year against their opponent. Defense bit them in the butt. You know, to win a play, you got to stop a play, and to get ahead, defense is the actual number one thing you got to make sure you're taking care of on a consistent basis. And Bob Mullins knows that.
Absolutely. We are going to take a quick break. You are listening to the live broadcast coverage of the Butler County High School Sports Report.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the...
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. You are listening to a live broadcast of Monroe, the Hornets against the Talawanda Brave. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt. Chris, we're seeing the new helm at Monroe, especially on the quarterback side. Alex Pitch taking over for our main man, Colin Deaton.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that he was good. Bob Mullis was kind of iffy about. You got a consistent guy in Colin Deaton who, you can look forward to in terms of running the program. He said, Alex, you're gonna have to do it for us. The mainstay in the backfield in terms of running the ball. Elijah Jackson, we'll be seeing him as well. But here's the thing. Monroe's going to go ahead and make sure that they're going to do what they know, and that's put the ball on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is one of the. I don't know how the count of how many runs they had last season, but then on the other side, you got Talawanda as well, who love to run the ball, with both that's Reveille, who is now at quarterback. So first-year head coach Volker, I'm not sure what's going to expect.
Right. I think both programs are going to see, a question mark in the first quarter, and that's all. It makes sense because the quarterback position is what you want to make sure that you have on target.
Absolutely, and we are almost set for kickoff. Monroe will kick it off first. Talawanda will receive. And to kick,
Wyatt McPherson,
and here we go. Opening kickoff, Talawanda and Monroe. So there's a lane to the 30. And that's number 8, Nick Engelhard.
Yeah, that's a good opening kickoff, brought out to about the 40-yard line, and that's where Talawanda is going to start.
Engelhard with a nice return there, and we are set to go. Opening kickoff, opening weekend here in the Ohio High School.
Some of the names we're going to call on the defensive end for Monroe is Tanner Chastain, Ryan Miles, he's a sophomore, junior Connor Loper, junior Tyson Rupp, junior Trey Daniels, and I'm going to go back and say that Grant Martinez, actually, he's from the soccer program, very ecstatic as Bob Mullins, he's the one that actually made that kicking.
Well, here we go, the new man at the helm of Talawanda, Bothas Reveille. He is going to hand it off, and Monroe's defensive line was there.
Yeah, that handoff was to number 23, DJ Morris-Williams. DJ Morris-Williams saw a lot of action last year as a sophomore. He'll probably get a lot of the bulk of the carries this year for Talawanda.
Absolutely, and you're not going to see as much passing from this offense. Yeah, Bothas Reveille, he can do everything. Yeah. So it is 2nd and 8 from the 39 of Talawanda. Just starting here. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you're good. Talawanda's probably going to go with that option offense, and that's handoff to Morris again.
And that is about a gain of 4.
Yeah, Morris-Williams took a ball kind of up the middle. Monroe snuffed that out. Good job on the front 3 there for Monroe to kind of keep that within arm's reach. That was only a 1-yard gain. Ball gets up to the 41-yard line of Talawanda. Of Talawanda.
3rd and 8.
A little bit of a spread offense here.
First look at that. Reveille to the outside. Reveille going to keep it, and Monroe's defense is there. Good stop there. Couldn't tell you who got there first. It was a plethora.
Yeah, I think Wyatt McPherson did a lot of the work there, kind of making him cut up. Nowhere did Bothas Reveille go, and that's going to force Talawanda to punt at their own 41-yard line.
And it's Engelhard.
Back to return from Monroe is number
I'm sorry,
one.
it's not Engelhard. It's a high snap. Oh, she barely gets it off. A fair catch at the 50.
Yeah, that was just an errant snap over the head of Talawanda's punter. And I tell you what, that's a great call by Ryan Miles to throw his hands up in the air and say, hey, I'm going to call fair catch on this, and they're going to get the ball at the 50-yard line. Good field position for Monroe. 9:54 to go in this first quarter.
I mean, that was the punter, Joe Clare, on that one.
Yeah, we're going to try and get some names here. First time
Exactly.
calling the game this year. We're going to go and get some names. And I tell you what, Joey, Monroe sets us up in prime position, but I tell you what, this might be the furthest we are away from the field in terms of numbers, and seeing numbers.
Absolutely. So here we go, Monroe's first crack at offense. And it's Alex pitch. And a handoff. And he's to the side, down to the left side! And he's going to 20, 10, 5, touchdown! Monroe, first play! And that's going to be number 2 was Alex pitch!
Yeah, Joey, Alex Pitch kept it himself, took it around the left side from the 50-yard line on the first play from scrimmage. Monroe's got themselves a 6-point lead.
That fooled me.
9:43 left in this first quarter.
What a first run. First play, and Bob Mullinside finds himself up early. Extra point. Stutter step. And it's good.
Grant Martinez puts it through. 7-0 Monroe.
You are listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the...
And welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. Alex pitch with a 50-yard skedaddle to make it 7-0 Monroe, and they're back on defense. Kickoff. Back is Engelhard. Engelhard, he finds another lane again to the 30, 35, 40, but it's coming back for a hold all the way to the 49.
Yeah, I think there's a couple flags there. There's
Yeah.
a couple holding spots for Monroe, or pardon me, for Talawanda. That's going to bring it back a little bit.
You can definitely see the weakness, though, in Monroe, their left side, getting all tangled up there.
Yeah, that's where Talawanda ended up running on the initial kickoff to get decent field position.
So that gets brought back. So instead of the 49, you're looking at around the 29, or I'm sorry, 25-yard line.
Yeah, that's where Talawanda's going to have to start there. Bothus Reveille couldn't get much going on his initial time under center. We'll see what happens here. Coach Jay Volker, I'd imagine, didn't want to see that with 9:33 left to go in the first quarter.
Johnson in motion. Up the middle. That was number 22, Daquan Roberson, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Daquan, he ended up getting about 2 yards there. That'll bring him up to the 28-yard line. That's where Talawanda's going to take the 2nd down and 8, reaching 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Just tuning in here, we are at the Hornets' Nest. Already missed a 50-yard skedaddle from pitch. Talawanda now with the ball.
Not only did it fool Talawanda, it fooled you, Joey, too.
Yeah. Johnson in motion. Again. That's about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Bothus Reveille kept it himself, didn't find anything there. I think that was kind of a broken play. He was looking for somebody to come by to run with him on the option, and nothing was there.
Tell you what, Monroe's defense coming out hot. It's now 3rd and 5.
You know, before the contest, we were talking about how Monroe was playing fantastic offense, getting momentum. They were just lacking a little bit of defense there. We're seeing some defense from Monroe right now.
Absolutely. 3rd and 5 here. Reveille is going to dish it off, and Monroe is there! The carry was 22. Daquan Roberson, nothing on that play.
Tanner Chastain coming in with a nice hit. Nothing going. 4th down and 5 at the 30-yard line of their own territory. Talawanda's going to punt again.
High snap last time to Joe Clare. Let's see what happens here. Talawanda's defense. Hot to start the game. That's to the sideline. And that'll go around the 30-yard line. Monroe gets it back. It's 7:38 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may...
And welcome back. Monroe starting off at the 30. Pitch, hands it off, up the middle, and cruising away.
That was Elijah Jackson, Joey. A good burst of speed up the middle. Great hole by the veteran lineman. And we're going to go ahead and give them a plug there because I tell you what, Bob Mullins likes what he sees out of his lineman returning. You're looking at Chris Reber, Carson Gomi, and Zachariah Kidd, and Zach Hagedorn, all up there coming back from last year.
Jackson's going to be another one to watch this season. Pitch. Hands it off again. That's going to be a 1st down up the middle.
Elijah Jackson just plunging up the middle. Great call. Gets to the 40-yard line of their own as we're reaching under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Monroe if you're just tuning in.
Monroe's defense has been hot to start, and their offense is starting to cook here.
You know, I think Bob was looking for this momentum to start at the beginning of the season last year. Monroe just had a hard time getting things going at the end of the season. Upset victory in the playoffs against Elida. That's good news right there.
Ooh, the pitch! And to the side, that's number 14, Trey Daniels. With a 1st down, a gain of about 15.
Yeah,
pitch by pitch.
Yeah, he gets past the 50-yard line, dropped down at Talawanda's 45-yard line. That's a good carry from about 15 yards right there, Joe.
Talawanda moving the ball beautifully. I'm sorry, Monroe. Pitch under center.
Standing back behind him is Elijah Jackson. Keep an eye on him here, Joe. That triple option offense there.
It's kept. It is about 7 yards.
Elijah Jackson again up the middle, Joey. Pitch is seeing the field really well. He's making the right calls. He's getting rid of the ball, handing it off when he should. Hey, 6-yard gain every time on 1st down, you'll take it.
Yeah, you're going to get 1st downs right there every 6 yards. 5:35 to go. Monroe 7, Talawanda nothing. 2nd and 4 to 39. Monroe driving. Pitch under center. He's going to give it off to Jackson again. No, he fumbled the ball!
That's
Talawanda's football!
I'm looking at number 11. Number 11, Caleb Dilloff, grabs that ball, scoops it right off the ground, actually plunges on it. And now, Talawanda is going to start this possession, the 3rd possession of the game, at their own 38. Tough luck there for Monroe after first couple good plays of that drive.
The drive was going hot, and then a miscarriage there for Monroe. So now both this Reveille and company. after the first few possessions, only gaining maybe 5 yards at most. At the Talawanda 38, 5:17 to go. Reveille is going to keep it. That's about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, fake handoff up the middle for the fullback. He kept it himself. Gets only 2 yards, Joey. Smothered up by the guys up the middle for Monroe.
2nd and 8.
We'll give Tyson Rupp that tackle right there.
Jay Volker, wonder what he's been saying on the sideline through his offense.
Logan Dooley in there as well.
Reveille. He's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it at the last second. Picked up by number 4.
Yeah,
Deion Johnson.
Deion Johnson had it. Good pursuit from Monroe to get in there. And I tell you what, Bothus Reveille was kind of stumbling once he ended up getting that pitch off to Johnson. And by the time he did that, Monroe was there. That's a loss of about 8, Joey.
And that is a killer loss there. Just ruins the drive, you would feel like. Let's see what happens here. 3rd and 8. What do you call here?
3rd and 18, Joe.
3rd and 18.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
We got 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. This might be the first time we're going to see a pass from Bothus Reveille.
Reveille under center. He's going to pass. Bothus Reveille! He breaks away from a tackle. A wide open man. It's caught. It's short of the first down, and that was number
10, Hayden Markham. Joey grabs that reception. I tell you what, I'm going to give Bothus Reveille mad props there for escaping a defender there in the backfield. I think he got away from Zach Hagedorn there trying to make a pursuit on him. Ended up dishing that off. That's about a 12-yard gain. Still 4th down and 7.
4th and 7. Claire. To punt. That's a beautiful punt. Over the head of number 1.
Yeah, Ryan Miles grabs it himself. Takes it on over to the 30-yard line, Joe.
Monroe will have it back with 3 minutes to go. And you are listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt. Chris, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. What have you been spotting?
Joe, I mean, this has been a long quarter for Talawanda. Monroe's been doing a fantastic job. Other than giving up the fumble, I think that's correctable. The defense ended up making a stop and said, look, we're not going to make that fumble, discourage us, and give Talawanda the momentum back. And now they got the ball at their own 20-yard line.
Pitch. Hands it off. I believe that's Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson plunges up the middle, Joey. Ends up getting about 2 yards. Talawanda's defense, I'd imagine, is probably going to step it up a little bit. Both programs are running the exact same offense. I mean, you're looking at mirrors here.
And you're going to be...
The read option offense. That's all it is.
And we'll be calling Pitch and Jackson a lot this season. 2nd and 7 at the Monroe 22-yard line. Monroe up 7-0. First play of the game for Monroe. A touchdown. Oh! A nice little play there from Pitch. Got that off to number 23, Landon Wynn.
Yeah, Landon Wynn's a sophomore.
Got tripped up.
Yeah, Landon Wynn's a sophomore. He ended up taking that. It was like a kind of like a counter, kind of coming across the middle there. Pitch ended up getting it to him. He got about 4 yards there.
Shoestring tackle. He would have been off to the races there. Here we go. 3rd and 6 for Monroe. Pitch under center. He's going to give it up. And that's Jackson. Jackson That's a first down to the 35.
Yeah, Joe, you can't really script it any better than that. Pitch, hands it off to Jackson, holes up the middle. Those veteran linemen up there from Monroe, got to give them mad props. Ball set at the 35-yard line. Another first down for Monroe as we're reaching under 2 to go in this first quarter.
Here we go again. Pitch under center. Pitch is going to keep it now to the left side. Tackled for about a gain of 3.
Yeah, it was him reading the ball. Tried to give it to Elijah Jackson. He pulled it back. That's what you're going to see all game. Now, you got about a 3-yard gain there. Now Monroe's got a second down and about 7 at their own 38-yard line.
So now you're Talawanda. You've seen Monroe a couple times now. I think they're starting to get into the rhythm now.
Yeah, a little bit of first game jitters. I wouldn't say more so on the Monroe end, but in terms of the offensive end, Talawanda's trying to get things going there.
Pitch up the middle to Jackson. I'm sorry, that's number 1, Ryan Miles. Right up the middle. Across the 50 to the 46-yard line. He was untouched.
Yeah, he was. He shaking off a little bit of a tackle there and didn't get touched for about 10 yards. That's about a 15-yard gain. And knocking on the door again in Talawanda territory is Monroe, reaching under 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Long quarter, I tell you what.
It has been. Last drive, Monroe ended up fumbling it away to Talawanda.
But Monroe didn't skip a beat. The defense said, hey, you guys make a mistake, we got your back.
And pitch is going to take a timeout, and we're probably going to take our last time out of the first quarter. It is 7-0 Monroe. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. We are at the Hornet's Nest where Monroe is hosting Talawanda 17 seconds ago.
Nothing like hitting up a Butler County high school football clash to start the season. Typically we're at Baden Ross,
Yeah, you're
but
right.
they didn't play her. Baden is over at Mount Healthy right now. We're going to try and get some scores at halftime for you guys. Go to the Twitterverse.
Pitch. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to wide open man. Oh, it's Ryan Miles. Touchdown, Monroe. What a play.
Yeah, that was a heck of a throw. I tell you what, Talawanda came up, thought that they were going to run the ball. Right there, out of the break, out of the timeout. I know for a fact that Bob Mullins, he wrote that play up. Pitch, tossed it up to Miles, right down the middle, and that's what he did. A beautiful 48-yard strike. And I tell you what, it was in the air for about 30 yards. Ryan Miles did the rest.
It was a beautiful pass, and Miles did the rest. Martinez. The kick is good. Monroe, 14. Talawanda, nothing.
Joey, we're going to go and keep it here. I tell you what, not going to say that, hey, Monroe's got themselves in a good position because they do. But I tell you what, they're exploiting Talawanda's weakness in that defense. And so, without that fumble, I would say that Monroe probably may have been able to drive down even further on that drive that they did fumble. But right now we're looking at a 14-0 lead from Monroe. We got to see how Talawanda's going to answer.
Oh, completely. And Monroe has controlled this first quarter. And that last pass, really the first pass, By pitch, his first of the year, goes for a touchdown.
He's 100%, Joey. I wonder if Bob Mullins would say, hey, you're not passing the rest of the year. Keep it at 100%, buddy.
100 passer rating. 10 seconds to go. Monroe up 14-0 over Talawanda. The nest is buzzing. Ooh. A nice little pooch kick.
And that was grabbed by number 5, Tristan Tincher. And Tincher is actually going to get smuggled there at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I guess if you're Mullins, your defense is doing good. Why not? I like that call.
Yeah, you might as well take it in the second quarter and see what you can do here.
It has been all Monroe. Besides that one turnover, they have contained both this reveille, and this will be the last play of the first quarter. Reveille under center. He's going to keep it, and Monroe is all over it.
Yeah, junior Andrew Sharp gets right on in there, grabs him by the shoulder pads and brings him down. That's going to be a no gain, and we're going to head to the second quarter, Joey.
It's 14-0 Monroe here at the Hornets' Nest. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. And we are back. And it's put this Reveille. Oh, he lost the ball! Did Monroe get it? They sure did!
Bothus Reveille lost the ball right out of the first quarter break, and Monroe wraps it up.
Had to double check on that one, and it is indeed Monroe football. We have an injured player for Talawanda. Trying to see who that is there. And you can hear this Monroe sideline from up here.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Not going to...
I believe that's Joseph Horton, number 81.
Either Joseph Horton or Braden Shiflett. Yeah, we're going to go and take a break as he's getting tended to. You're watching the Butler County. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. That was Braden Shiflett getting attended to as he gets help off the field. And for Talawanda, you really can't have worse of a start right now here in the second quarter.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where if Talawanda wants to stay in the game, you got to continue to get a little bit of pursuit inside the box. Pitch has been reading the Talawanda defense rather well, and that's what's been working. And then you got, out of a timeout break, Pitch taking the fake handoff up the middle and finds Ryan Miles streaking down the middle of the field for what we believe was about a 45-yard touchdown connection to put it at 14-0 Monroe. And we're sitting at 11:54 to go in the second quarter.
Monroe football. 1st and 10 at the Talawanda 36. Following the fumble. Pitch. Hands it off. That's 23, Landon Wynn. Wynn breaks free to the outside. 15, 10, 5. He's in the end zone. Yeah, they signal a touchdown. Off the break. Unreal.
Landon Wynn just some shimmy shakes, shook off a Talawanda defender, took it to the right side, scampers, 35-yard touchdown jaunt, 20-0 Monroe.
That will probably be on the report center, I would feel like.
If they could understand you.
Yeah, right. Martinez for the extra point. Good snap. That's a good kick. And it is 21-0 Monroe. They are showing some stuff here tonight on opening weekend against Talawanda, Chris.
Bob Mullins is liking it. I'd imagine that Jay Volker and company over in the Talawanda sidelines is going to really, really cherish the halftime break. Maybe finagle around some defenders to get some pursuit. But right now, Talawanda's got to figure something out on defense.
Absolutely. That's 3 big plays of 40-plus yards for Monroe that had just torched Talawanda. And you got to figure what is going on inside the Talawanda huddle. They have to get together. It's not over. 21-0. It's not over.
All right, no. But I tell you what, at this level, it's very, very hard to get momentum or to grasp a little bit of change in the momentum at this level after a 21-0 lead here in the first half.
Absolutely, and you're looking at Monroe's defense basically unstoppable right now. If you're just tuning in, 21-0. Monroe over Talawanda here on opening night in Ohio. Here is the kick. It is caught at the 15 to the 25. Good tackle, and that was number 10, Hayden Markham, who got that tackled at about the 26-yard line.
Wyatt McPherson wraps him up, and he's down at the, they're going to be at the 36-yard line. 26-yard line, pardon me. And we got a Monroe kid's down. Yeah, definitely like cramp. The Talawanda player, he was actually picked up his leg and was trying to stretch it out for him. It's a kind gesture.
And there you go.
We'll find out who's who's on the ground there. I think it's number 14. Number 14, Trey Daniels, Joey. Trey Daniels, we've called his name a couple times tonight.
Well, while Daniels gets attended to, we're going to take a short break. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Welcome back to the Hornets Nest. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Trey Daniels, the injured Hornet. I'm Joey Vogt, alongside Chris Vogt. Chris, it's been all Monroe.
Yeah, and for those of you just tuning in, Monroe's kind of been able to do just about anything on offense, aside from a fumble that Talawanda scooped up, but just as impressive is Monroe's defense as well. So we'll see what Talawanda does here after Monroe's score.
Berthas Reveille, under center. Pitches to Glass. I believe that number 6, and Monroe is all over it.
Yeah, I can't pinpoint who wrapped him up for Monroe, but we're going to call out a name. Zach Hagedorn and McPherson was there. Those guys, they know how to find the ball.
Hagedorn. We'll be calling his name a lot this season. That was a loss at 2. 2nd and 12. Ball at the Talawanda 25. 11:05 to go. Just tuning in, Monroe 21. Brave nothing. Berthas Reveille. He's going to throw the ball. It's a good throw. A good catch by number 10, Hayden Markham.
Hey, that was probably one of the most successful plays that Talawanda's been able to run. Hey, maybe Berthas Reveille's got to throw the ball. That's his second complete pass that he's completed. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 at their own 24-yard line, or 34-yard line for Talawanda, reaching 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
I mean, you do have a point there. Get Berthas Reveille, make him throw the ball. And if you're Monroe, hopefully he does, and you get a nice interception. But it's 3rd and 3. We'll see what Talawanda does here. Berthas Reveille. He's going to keep it, runs to the left side. Berthas Reveille, he's going to break 3 to the 50, 45, 40. Oh, nice cut to the 30, 25, 20. Nobody is going to catch him. Touchdown, Berthas Reveille. That was a run.
Well, that's the answer that you want. You're down 21-0. Who do you want to make a play for you? The man, DeAndre Berthas Reveille, takes that ball 62 yards for a score.
The cut that Berthas Reveille had at around the 25 to break free. Beautiful run. And now the extra point. Good snap. And it's good, barely. And that was, trying to find the kicker there.
I don't think we have an updated roster over here, unfortunately. But hey, either way, 21-7, Monroe still has the advantage, but that's what Talawanda needed right there.
You're completely right about that one. Talawanda now can focus on the defense, and they can get back in this game. It's now a 2-possession game, and we will see how Monroe responds.
You know, Chris Gundrum spoke with Jay Volker preseason for our preview section. You can go on bchssreport.com. It's got rosters, the schedule, in depth of all of our 13 coverage area schools. But coming in new, I know people will talk about having different rivalries, said Volker. I'm not trying to get too caught up in that. We're just trying to take it one game at a time, to be honest with you. And you know what? Hey, right now, with that response from both this rivalry, Talawanda's probably going to get themselves a little bit of momentum heading into this halftime break.
Oh, absolutely. And all the momentum was Monroe until that last play. Now it's starting to sway a little bit. And we're going to find out if Talawanda's defense can make a stance here. And to kick is number 43, Joe Clare. And that gets took from the 12 to the 25, 40. About the 45-yard line, and that was
Oh, man, Alex Pitch.
Alex Pitch. He does everything.
I saw Alex Pitch was going to actually walk to the sideline, and the player, hey, you got to go back out there. I know you just returned that ball, but you got to go back out there, get under center.
I want to give him a nice little fist bump before going out. 9:54 to go here in the second quarter. Monroe 21, Talawanda 7. Both this reveille bringing slowly Talawanda back into the game. But it's been Monroe's offense that has really been impressive. And Chris, this is a much better start than they had last season to start the year.
Yeah, I agree.
So Pitch will take this under center. And he'll hand it off. And that is number 1, Ryan Miles. Gets to about the 49 of Talawanda.
Yeah, he was weaving and dodging there. Nothing really special, nothing fancy. Ended up getting wrapped up, crossing midfield at around the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 5, under 10 to play here in the second quarter. Long first half.
It really has been. And I love the way Monroe is using Miles and Jackson in the backfield as well. 2 playmakers. Pitch under center. Dishes it to, hands it off to Jackson. Jackson breaks free. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Down to around the 15-yard line. Great run there by Jackson.
I mean, right there, Jackson found his lane there. Ended up getting around the right tackle, and nobody was there. Not one. The quarterback wasn't there. Safety wasn't there. Elijah Jackson takes it out to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, under 9 to play, second quarter. Monroe 21, Talawanda 7.
Monroe backfield finding the little slots to get by Talawanda's defensive line. 8:45 to go. 1st and 10, ball at the 15. It's Pitch. He's going to keep it, but he is met. Looks like, what was that, 57?
Unfortunately, we don't have an updated roster.
We have an injured Talawanda. I believe it might be Morris Williams. Morris Williams gets carried off. And Monroe will have it 2nd and 10 at the 15 of Talawanda.
Well, Morris Williams isn't the guy that you want to see hitting the sidelines. A couple two-way players, and Morris Williams is one of them.
Pitch under center. That's Jackson to the 5. That will bring up a 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5.
Yeah, all Monroe needed was 4 yards there. Picks up a first down. They got a couple plays. I tell you what, this is 4-down territory. 4-down territory, Joey. I don't care.
Oh, I completely agree with this one. The way your offense has been playing, we'll see what pitch does here. Lines up under center. Pitch. Hands it off. I believe he was just short of the touchdown. Yes. They're going to mark him at the at least inch line.
Yeah, that was Elijah Jackson, Joey. I mean, pitch is just handing it off to Elijah Jackson. That's all he has to do. I mean, when you got the triple option quarterback read offense there, pitch has a couple options. But he's been seeing his man, Elijah Jackson, up the middle, and that's where the bulk of the runs have been.
Like you said, Chris, this is 4-down territory. I mean, I'm not a coach, but I probably just QB sneak this one in.
Yeah, well, if you're Bob Mullins, why settle for 21-7? Really try and put this in away early.
Absolutely, and that's a touchdown.
And that's what it was.
And that's what it was. It was pitch. 1 yard touchdown, and Monroe adds to their lead, 27-7.
Just a fantastic drive from Monroe.
Most impressive drive.
Yeah, it really was. One of the longer drives Monroe's had.
Martinez. He will add the extra point. Monroe, 28. Talawanda, 7. 7:04 to go. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report. Monroe, 28-7. Martinez. Nice little pooch. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I'm
A
telling you
little
what.
extracurricular there.
Yeah, on that squib kick, it was wrapped up by Talawanda, one of the top, the top return men on that front line, scoops it up. And I don't know who actually came in on that hit, but Monroe's going to get tacked on for probably an unsportsmanlike conduct. Ball was already dead.
It's not needed, especially with a 28-7 lead. We'll see what this call is.
That was on Talawanda.
Oh, wow. Not sure if I saw that one. Needless to say, Talawanda gets tacked 15 yards.
Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike conduct on Talawanda. So I guess I'm gonna push them back even further. They'll start this drive at the 28-yard line, Joey.
It's really been the three-man show for Monroe. Miles, Jackson, and Pitch. That offensive line has been amazing as well for Monroe too. Can't forget about them. So here we go. Talawanda and Bothus Reveille looking to get back in it. Shotgun formation. Bothus Reveille. He's going to keep it up the middle. And he's going to get about 3. Monroe did not fall for that.
Yeah, Bothus Reveille only had about a 2-yard, I guess, cushion there to get a couple yards, but gets to the 30-yard line. We're going to see 2nd down and 8. Monroe just just forcing everything inside, and that's what you want to do if you're trying to defend the read option.
6:35 to go. 2nd and 8. Ball to Talawanda 30. Talawanda ball. Bothus Reveille. Besides that one scoot, he has been really not.
He's been held in check.
Yeah, he has. And there's Bothus Reveille. And he's going to pick up another about 3 to 4 yards to the 35.
Well, you definitely can tell that Bothus Reveille is going to be the actual guy that's probably going to do the bulk of the carrying. It's just a matter of finding lanes, making the right decisions. And that's going to bring up 3rd down in about 3. And I imagine if you're Talawanda, you get 1, 2 yards here.
You're going to want to go for it.
I would imagine you probably would want to go for it. Under 6 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
It's a big 3rd down play here for Talawanda. Bothus Reveille. No, he dropped it, gets it back. Bothus Reveille. Down to scoot. Oh, and a nice play there by Monroe. That was number 14, Trey Daniels.
Yeah, Bothus Reveille tried to hit Jake Francis after dropping the ball, and he was rolling out to the right side towards us. That would have been a 1st down if he would have been able to catch that. It hit him right in the hands. But when you've got a quick defense like Monroe at the moment, Trey Daniels making that play pursuit to cause that incomplete pass.
Beautiful play by Daniels. And now we have a 4th down. 4th and 3, Chris, like you said. 4 down territory.
Yeah, unfortunate for Talawanda to see a mishandle on the snap. And Bothus Reveille is going to call a timeout. We're going to think this one over.
And we will think this one over as well. We'll take a short break. It's 28-7 Monroe. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may...
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School...
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook.
Here we go. Welcome back. Big 4th down play for Talawanda. Oh, and it's a false start. And that is the last thing you wanted to do. That pushes them back. And they're going to bring on the punt team.
Not much Talawanda was able to do there. Monroe just sniffing out everything on the defensive end.
So Joe Clare back to punt. And to receive is, I believe, Ryan Miles. Miles was going to let it go. That might be a block in the back, yeah. Miles stays on his feet, though, to the 40, 45-50, 45-40. It is coming back. And Coach Mullins has his head, has his hands on his head.
Yeah, he ended up looking at Alex Bemis and said, "Yeah, you held, buddy."
The Nest doesn't like it, but clear call there, and that pushes Monroe back 15 yards.
We've got a couple scores to update. Baden over Mount Healthy, 13-7. East and Moeller, 21-21. St. X over Lakota West, 3-0. All those in the 2nd quarter. We'll try and get you more scores from around the county once the halftime break reaches us.
Chris, it's really been all Monroe besides the Bothus Reveille touchdown. Bob Mullins had his side ready to come in, ready to fight, and it's definitely showing.
Yeah, I think after you look at last year, Bob Mullins was really appreciating the fact that his team wasn't quitting. They ended up winning against Elida in the playoffs. Just grab a lot of that momentum towards the end of the season, and they still have it. Like, they're still pushing it forward into the 2021 stint.
And they're doing it without Colin Deaton.
Boy, he was your man, wasn't he?
Colin Deaton, very memorable calls there. Here we go, Monroe. 1st and 10 at the Monroe 30. 5:12 to go. Pitch, hands it off. Believe that was to Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson just does a little plunge there. Gets a plunge of 5, Joey. It didn't look like much, but it was. They're going to give him 4, under 5 to play. 28-7, Monroe over Talawanda.
You got to think another score here from Monroe would just boost the hopes and damper them of Talawanda here.
You got the I formation, Joey.
Pitch, hands it off, up the middle. I believe that's Jackson again, and he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, Jackson plunged right up the middle, just the holes. I mean, you got Reber up there. You got Chris Reber. You've got Chris Reber, Carson Gomi, Zachariah Kidd, and Zach Hagedorn. Those guys are making holes.
Monroe's, that front line, very impressive start to the season. Pitch, motioning Connor Loper to the outside. Loper in motion. Pitch, hands it off to Jackson. Gain of about 2.
Yeah, Caleb Dilloff wraps him up. Not after a 3-yard gain, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 7, reaching 4 to play. That'll be at the 41-yard line of Monroe. Monroe moving from right to left on your device.
Here is pitch under center again. And we will have looks like a official timeout. And we're back to go. Clock ticking down, 3:40 to go. 2nd quarter, Monroe 28, Talawanda 7. Pitch, hands it off. Guess who? Jackson again. 1st down, Monroe to the 50.
Well, I would imagine Monroe is basically going to say, well, look, if we can get 5-6 yards of carry, we're going to continue to do that, run this clock all the way down, maybe set up for a field goal, or maybe even a big run. But we're looking at about 3:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 28-7, Monroe still up on top of Talawanda. 50-yard line, if you can envision here at the Hornets' Nest, Monroe has the ball at the 50.
Controlling the drive, pitch. Pitch is going to hand it off. This time, it's going to be
number 23.
Landon Wynn. Wynn, who had the 35-yard scoot earlier in the game.
Yeah, right there. That was good enough for 5. Brings up 2nd down and 5 at the Talawanda 45. A lot of 5s, Dizzle.
And Monroe. Pitch under center again. He's going to keep it. Pitch is going to keep it to the 40, 35. Breaks to the outside. Down to the 25-yard line. A beautiful scoot of about 25 yards there.
Yeah, he got slammed down to the ground. He gets up a little slow, kind of shakes his helmet. He's like, oh, hold on, where am I at? I'm at the Hornets' Nest. But he's at the 25-yard line. That's where Monroe's going to take this 1st down snap. 2:20 to go. Tick, 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 tick to the halftime break.
If you're Coach Mullins, you're loving this drive, ticking the time down. You don't want Talawanda to get that ball back. Pitch with Jackson. Little false start there. Right side.
Yeah, that's actually the first false start or offsides call this game. Rather really patient with the play calling and in the cadence. That's Connor Loper. He gets dinged with a false start. That'll bring it back first down and 15 at the Talawanda 30.
Time now ticking under 2 minutes. Monroe has controlled this first half. Pitch, under center, Jackson in the backfield. That's another false start for Monroe. Going backward now.
Yeah, that's on 52, Zach Kidd. Zach Kidd had a little stutter step before that ball was snapped. And bring it back first and 20 at the 35.
Well, now, Coach Mullins is furious. 2 back-to-back false starts. With the time ticking down, 1:35. Ball at the 30 of Talawanda, 35 of Talawanda. Monroe ball. Pitch, gonna keep it to the left. Pitch breaks 1, but will not get past another. About a gain of 2.
Yeah, good pursuit by Ryan Wright and Deion Johnson for Talawanda, and that's going to set up a second down in about 18 at the 33-yard line.
Well, will we see Martinez's leg getting under a minute now?
I was going to say Martinez is a soccer player, so, if they've got that for him.
Yeah. Pitch. And that's going to be number 14. Trey Daniels again to the 20. And that's going to be a good timeout by Coach Mullins. 41 seconds to go. Monroe up 28-7. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. That was Trey Daniels that went down again as he got carried off. It's Monroe ball, 3rd and 6 at the 21. Pitch, handoff. That might be coming back for a hold.
Yeah, Jackson ended up getting the first down, but I think the referee sniffed out something. We're gonna bring that back.
And pitch knew it. Monroe just getting killed on penalties this drive.
Well, yeah, I mean, first quarter, flawless on penalties. Second quarter, I guess, once you get the nerves out, you want to get going. You want to get amped up, and
Shot block was the call there.
shot block. Okay.
Monroe was perfect in the first quarter. Now this drive had 4 penalties, false starts, and now this chop block pushes him back all the way to the Talawanda 36.
Joey, and I tell you what, this is big time for Talawanda. Prevent Monroe from scoring here. Take another halftime break. Why not?
Absolutely, and Monroe seems a little bit flustered on offense. Oh, they are flustered. Pitch. He's gonna throw. It's a high pass, but it's caught by Miles. Miles! Touchdown, Monroe! I do not know how they pulled that one off. But Miles scoots in, and it's just a killer for Talawanda.
To kind of rehash that play, out of the break. I mean, you're looking at 3rd and long, and they're going to go in the shotgun there. Why not? Pitch rolls to the left side. I tell you what, I think that pass was intended for the receiver in front of Miles.
I think it was.
Went over his head. Miles grabs it, runs for about 20 yards. Boom, hits the sideline, close to the pylon, touchdown.
Martinez adds the extra point. Monroe boosting their lead. It's 35-7 over Talawanda. We're going to take another quick break as you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. Monroe. Martinez kicks it off. And Talawanda's just going to fall on it. And that should really take us to the break with 12 seconds to go. I don't see Talawanda doing anything here.
No, I think Jay Bolk was going to say, guys, let's go and recoup, take it into the halftime break. Bob Mullins already has his head set off. He's amped. The Hornets' nest is rocking. I tell you what, I'm impressed with the fan base here right now. Putting butts in seats, Joey, that's what it's all about. I think, once folks end up getting a little more comfortable and, those who want to watch football are out. Those who want to enjoy the high school football scene, they're going to come out.
Absolutely, and we're seeing that here for the first time in almost 11 months. As Berthas Rebele is going to keep it. Gets about 3 to 4 yards. And that's going to bring us to the first half. On Monroe, I'll tell you that much. Monroe 35, Talawanda 7. Halftime here at the Hornets' Nest. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. We are here at the Hornets' Nest. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt. 35-7 Monroe dominating the first half. Chris, talk about what Monroe has done to really maintain Talawanda.
Yeah, I'm going to basically say that the poise that Alex Pitch has been able to display under center with the read option, he's been able to basically depict the Talawanda defense. And unfortunately for Talawanda, they just haven't been able to get pursuit inside the backfield to disrupt Alex Pitch to make an error decision or to kind of throw him off guard. But Pitch has been able to make the plays, and even on the passing end of things, yeah, the score by quarter tells it all.
I mean, the first play of the game for Monroe, Pitch 50-yard scoot, and then a 48-yard pass also in the first quarter to Miles, which made it 14-0. Second quarter, Win, 35-yard TD run for Monroe, 21-0. And then Talawanda tried to get back in it with both this Reveille scooting for 62 yards, but then Monroe said not so fast. Pitch with a 1-yard rush, made it 28-7, and then just before halftime, Pitch to Miles, 35-yard touchdown, 35-7.
Yeah, right there, it tells it all. When Monroe's offense is clicking, they're scary. They're real scary. And what we were talking about last year, we live streamed their contest, and unfortunately, we didn't have the rights to live stream the contest tonight. However, what we did do last year is we saw a lot of offense from Monroe, but the lack of defense. And we talked about it. I talked about it with Coach Mullins with their preview section. He understands that there's three ways to win this game, and obviously you got offense, defense, special teams. But the main thing that Monroe had to enhance this year was their defense, and now we're looking at a 35-7.
I mean, you can't get any better than that from Coach Mullins after last season's slow start. And like you mentioned earlier, they're coming off a back-end schedule, won their last 3 or 4 games, an upset win over Elida in the postseason. Bob Mullins knows what he has to do with this side, and especially right now you're looking at it on the defensive side. They were last in yards per game on defense, giving up 311 yards. They're just containing Talawanda today.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to Talawanda's side and Coach Volker. Coach Volker, I tell you what, coming into the first-year head coach in any program, it's a tough job. You've got to learn the system. You've got to create your system. You've got to instill your system. And you also have to have your players and other assistant coaches buy into that system. And, right now, I think Volker's job is going to be solely focused on making sure that those kids buy into the system. Game one's going to be one of those things where you want to learn about your players. Yeah, they had preseason scrimmages, 7-on-7s. But right now, you're going to learn a lot about your players on game one. Right now, Talawanda's going to go ahead and look at this game and take it to the drawing board and adjust. Yeah, we're not out of this game, says Talawanda, but 35-7 is a tough cookie to crumble here and try and come back.
And absolutely, and Volker coming from Kings, that the powerhouse that Kings is, now coming to Talawanda, looking to turn this program around. The write-up that the report did, the preseason, he wants to push this squad. And he wants to bring back exciting football to Talawanda. It's game one, granted, but I believe Volker will get there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you hire Volker for a reason. Volker's got the resume to do it. Just trying to get the actual buy-in from the players and get some and get it to show on the field. But we're looking at about 12 minutes until the second half kickoff, and we'll come back with scores from around the county. You're listening to Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. We're at the Hornets' Nest tonight. 35-7, Monroe over Talawanda here at halftime. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt. Chris, this isn't the only game happening tonight. Why don't you go around the county?
Yeah, I tell you what, Joey, a lot of exciting games around the county. First, we want to start out with Baden, Mount Healthy. Baden 20, Mount Healthy 7 in the second quarter. Lakota West 14, St. Xavier 3 in the second quarter. Madison and Greenville. Greenville up 14-6 over Madison at the half, and Madison also has first-year head coach Dan Baker at the helm. We're going to see if Madison can rebound in the second half here. Ross over Wilmington 20-17. Ross ended up beating Wilmington in the basketball postseason. That's in the second quarter, 20-17. Milford up on top of Edgewood right now, 21-0. Fairfield 14, Centerville 7. That's in the second quarter. Jason Krause has got his program amped up on top of Centerville. That's at Centerville. And Kings 21, Middletown nothing in the second quarter. You know, we were talking about Middletown earlier when I was up there setting up with Joel and Dan. That's our other radio game of the week. Middletown wasn't able to get a full-blown preseason going. They had two or three stoppages in their practice schedule because of COVID. One of those things where if you don't get a full-blown month or two to try and prep for your program to start the season like they did last year, unfortunately, you're just not going to be able to field a productive team. And that's what Simpson said. Don Simpson, head coach of the Middy, said that was not our team last year. That was not the display of Middy football. And this year he's trying to get back in the groove, get everybody out there. Unfortunately, Kings is taking care of Middletown. Let's see if Don Simpson and company can bounce back in the second half. Moeller, Lakota East in the second quarter, 21-14. And Hamilton scores 21 unanswered points to take the lead over West Claremont, 29-28. That's in the second quarter, just wrapping up there. And last night, our guys from New Miami, Joey, fell to Gamble Montessori 31-0 in a Thursday night extravaganza. We were talking to Coach Stucker before. He didn't know. He told me, he's like, look, we don't know if we're going to be good or we don't know if we're going to be bad. One of those things where you graduate a senior class like New Miami did last year, some shoes to fill. Some shoes to fill right there.
It definitely was one of the best senior classes that certainly that we've covered. The Robinette, both of them were just a joy to cover. And it's post Robinette now, postseason, and they're looking to bounce back and find some players to step up. And I believe Stucker will have his players that'll step up for that New Miami.
Yeah, we had talked to Stucker before, and Stucker said, look, the players that are coming up, we don't want those players who are trying to continue to keep New Miami on the map for the last couple of years. We don't want the players who are now seniors and now juniors to play in the shadows of those who graduated last year. We're going to continue to try and keep that momentum going. And that's what Stucker's mindset is, along with the New Miami Vikings. So we're going to go ahead and take another break. We got about 5 minutes until we hit the third quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. You're locked and dialed in to another broadcast. I'm Joey Vogt alongside Chris Vogt here at the Hornets' Nest, opening kickoff weekend here in Southwest Ohio. 35-7 Monroe over Talawanda. Chris, from last season, from Monroe, after a slow start, if you're Bob Mullins, you're loving this.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you want. I can't preach it enough. When you've got a hot program towards the end of the season, like Monroe have, you want to continue that momentum. Now, with Larry Cox leaving Talawanda, Jay Volker stepping in, Jay Volker trying to get, I would say probably that buy-in from his kids. You know, we're looking for that buy-in, like he told Chris Gunderman in our preview. We've seen a lot of good things from Talawanda. You know, there's one of those things where, look, you see kids that you don't want to see kids quit at a certain time of the game. You go into the halftime break, and imagine Volker said, "Look, guys, we still got We still got 24 minutes to play in this bad boy. We're not going down without a fight. So we're going to see what Talawanda can do here in the second half.
And it will definitely test Talawanda's mentality here in the second half. You know, you're right. If you're Volker, you cannot let these kids give up, and they won't. I mean, Monroe, they're coming in hot, you know, on defense, especially from that first half. And we're about 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from kickoff in the second half. Monroe, I mean, it's been Monroe all game, besides that fumble. They've held both this Reveille to less than 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean, both us Reveille, just over 1,000. He had 1,400 all-purpose yards last year. I mean, just a huge. When you put him out of the game, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, it's looking like Talawanda's offense is stagnant if both this Reveille doesn't churn the ground game up. I don't know if it's the switch from him taking out of the backfield and put him under center, but we'll see what happens. Not sure what the adjustment could be if there may be for Talawanda. Hey, Joe, I want to actually say happy. Is it National Radio Day?
It is National Radio
August 20th,
Day.
National Radio Day.
What do you know? I know why they didn't live broadcast it. Huh?
Yeah, because they wanted us to do radio. Lining up for the kick. Now the thing here, right here, Joey, Talawanda has to kick off to Monroe. So we're going to see if Talawanda can grab that early momentum in the second half after kicking off.
Yeah, and so like Chris said, Monroe will get it. And they're going left to right, Monroe, on your device. And here we go. Second half kickoff. Opening weekend here in Southwest Ohio. Never mind, we're not going to have it yet. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for the clock to run down.
Oh.
And the clock's finally run down, Joe.
We'll do a second take here. As Talawanda will kick off to Monroe for the second half. Let's see how Monroe will respond coming in to the second half. And that is pitched. Gets it to the 30, 35, 40. Chris, I mean, he does everything.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, and the most important thing right there on the kickoff is setting up your offense, setting up himself for under center at the 40-yard line.
Beautiful run there to set up Monroe at the 40-yard line. I'm sorry, 41 of their own half. Alex Pitch having himself a game tonight, along with Miles and Jackson, the three-headed monsters. Pitch under center. Pitch going to keep it up the middle, then breaks out to the outside, to the right. Pitch will go to the 49-yard line and get about 8 yards there. Good play there.
Yeah, he was wrapped up by Joe Clare for Talawanda. Joe Clare actually saved, another long run by Pitch, but it's going to be second down and 2 at the 49-yard line of Monroe.
Let's see how Talawanda responds here in the second half. Down 28. It's 35-7. Pitch under center. To Jackson, up the middle. It's a first down across the 50 to the 45 at Talawanda.
Yeah, Pitch said, hey, I'm going to kind of keep it in my hands, run with Jackson. Jackson had a hole, so he just said, I'm going to let Jackson have it. And that's about an 8-yard gain, first down, cross the 50-yard line into Talawanda territory at the 45, reaching 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And that's been Monroe's game plan all game, finding the seams in the Talawanda defense. Pitch under center. And this time, it is Wynn. Gain of 5 there. And we've called Wynn's name a couple of times as well.
Right. The play calling on Mullins' part has been rather, I guess, it's been an array of handoffs to quite a few people, which is nice. So you've got second down and 5 at the 40-yard line, reaching 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Pitch. Takes it. Hands it off. And that was Jackson again. And that will be another Monroe first down.
Monroe just churning what they can. Right now it's up the middle. And if you could bounce it outside, that's what they do. But right now we're staying up the middle for Monroe. Ball marked at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:50 to go in the third.
Pitch again. Behind center. Jackson in the backfield. Gives it to Jackson up the middle to the 30. Jackson still on his feet. Gets tackled around the 30 to the 29. And that is about a gain of 4.
Yeah, plethora of Talawanda linemen there to kind of stop him. Not until he gained 4 yards. 9:20 to go in the third quarter. Monroe doing the old tick, tick, tick offense.
And it has been working all game here for Coach Mullins and company. I think pitch is 100% passing as well.
Yeah, he
The
is.
2 touchdowns. Pitch. This time we'll hand it off to Wynn. A beautiful play there.
Yeah, Wynn had an inside counter, kind of switching it up there rather than your read option to the outside or just handing it off to Jackson. But Wynn on the counter gets a decent amount. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, Joey.
Another Monroe first down. Already 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Beautiful drive here from Monroe. Pitch. Jackson up the middle. Gets a few on that carry.
Yeah, that play started at the 24, pardon me. That was not at the 30. Gets about 2 down to the 21-yard line. Reaching the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Textbook read option offense being displayed by the Monroe Hornets.
Handoffs galore is what you're going to see from Monroe probably all season, and why not? You got a good backfield. Here's pitch again. Hands it off to the outside. And that is Jackson again. And another first down for Monroe across the 10 to the 9.
Yeah, that was a quiet 11-yard gain
Yeah.
for Jackson. Just finding what he needs to find in terms of getting some running lanes there. And then Talawanda eventually was able to wrap him up. Not until it's going to be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 7:45 showing on the third quarter clock here at Monroe Hornet Stadium.
Here is pitch from the 9. Jackson will take it, and it's not going to count. It's a false start. They're going to scoot him back 5 yards to the 13. The last drive Monroe had in the second quarter was dreadful with penalties.
Yeah.
5 or 6, if I can recall. Now they're adding up again.
Well, yeah, and the crazy thing is, Monroe was basically telling Talawanda, look, we don't want to make a drive on this.
Yeah.
We don't want to make a drive. Stop us. And a long play and down the sidelines. It ended up in a touchdown towards the end of the half.
That's a pitch to Jackson for the handoff. And that's a gain of 8. Ball at the 5. 2nd and 5. Monroe 35. Braves 7. 6:50 to go here in the third quarter. Talawanda looking to really stamp this game shut from Talawanda. Hit hard! Talawanda coming in hard! And it was a fumble and picked up by Pitch at the 15.
Yeah, trying to grab the numbers.
Yeah.
When the sun goes down, Talawanda's numbers are terribly hard to read. But good pursuit inside from the front men on Talawanda's line to force a fumble. And we're looking at 3rd and 15, Joseph.
Dare we see a pass?
Maybe. He's 2 for 2 on the day
Right.
with a touchdown strike to Miles down the middle in the first quarter. We got an I formation.
Let's see what Mullins does. Up the middle. It is Miles. He is in for the touchdown. Went to the middle, scooted to the right side. But there's a flag. It's coming back. That's why the hole was so open there. Was wondering if I saw some laundry there.
Well, you know, at the high school level, it's like, doggone it. Let me see if I can get away with it. It is what it is. I mean, great play by Miles regardless. But like you said, Joey, there might have been a reason for it.
So that will push Monroe back 15 yards. No touchdown. And we have an official timeout. We're going to take a quick break as well. It's Monroe 35, Talawanda 7. Monroe driving here. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Monroe driving, just got called for a hold, no touchdown. It's 3rd and goal at the 13. And Pitch slipped, and he is sacked. That was probably Talawanda's best defensive play. Granted, Pitch slipped a little bit, but it's a sack. And my goodness, you can hear Monroe's student section.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're packing. Hey, I tell you what, looking on the other end of the bleachers, Talawanda doesn't have a bad student
They
section
not.
too. Unfortunately, I think they're sitting down.
So here we go. Our first field goal of this season will belong to Grant Martinez. Chris, you mentioned earlier, soccer player. Let's see if he can boot it through. A little bit of a high snap. He missed it wide left.
Yeah, it looked like a low snap, so automatically you're envisioning yourself kicking it low just because you're seeing that low snap, and it did come a little bit cockeyed, a little bit angled to the left, but barely missed the crossbar. We're sitting at 35-7 still with 5:01 left. Talawanda, good defensive stop by Talawanda.
Absolutely.
The bad part is that drive took 7 minutes off the clock, Joey.
And you would figure that coming in for Mullen's side as well as Volker. But now we're going to see both this reveille has not been productive. I mean, but besides that touchdown, Monroe has held them. We'll see what the Talawanda offense can do. Both this reveille hands it off to the numbers.
Oh, it's rough, Joey. It's rough.
I thought that was Morris Williams there.
Yeah, Morris Williams has entered back in the game.
Look what we have going here in the stands. A little bit of cell phone light action.
Yeah, both
I love
student
it.
sections are flashing a cell phone light at him. Kind of friendly gesture. That's pretty cool.
2nd and 7 for Talawanda. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. First possession in the second half. But this Reveille keeps it. Guess what? He is knocked down, but we have a flag. It might be for a horse collar or a face mask on Monroe. We'll see what the call is. It is a face mask. That's an automatic first down. Talawanda gets bailed out. So it will be 1st and 10 for Talawanda now.
Well, Talawanda, hey, at this point, you want to take what you can get.
Absolutely. And now everybody involved. I missed this. Fans
In the stands.
in the stands. But this Reveille from shotgun. He's going to keep it. Oh, that's a great move from Reveille. He's still on his feet. And he gets the first down.
Yeah, that formation wasn't a typical read option formation. He was in a shotgun. Ended up running with Morris Williams to the left side. Said, I'm going to take it myself. Found a lane. First down. Talawanda at their own 45-yard line. 3:40 to go in the third quarter.
Beautiful run there. 1st and 10 at the 45 of Talawanda. Talawanda looking to get something going here on offense. Berthus Reveille in shotgun again. Reveille. Berthus Reveille gonna run. And he is knocked behind the line. That will be no gain there. Monroe had that covered.
Yeah, we're reaching 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We're going to see if Talawanda can kind of inch their way forward, get a little momentum on this drive and punch it in. I'd imagine you've got to score every possession if you're Talawanda from here on out.
And make some turnovers. Berthus Reveille, shotgun. Berthus Reveille, he's in the backfield. He's going to get pursued, but he's going to get out of it. Berthus Reveille, he's going to cut to the 40, to the 35, catch back. Berthus Reveille, to the middle, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, tackled at the 1-yard line. What a run! After thinking he was going to get caught behind the line, makes it out to be a big gain. And Talawanda at the goal line here. 1st and goal. At the 3, we got a Monroe Hornet down. Talawanda looking to get back in this game.
Yeah, Berthus Reveille was running with Morris Williams to the left side. Almost an identical play in the last 4 or 5 shotgun runs towards us. But Berthus Reveille found a lane, broke a tackle, weaved and dodged his way towards the sidelines, and cut it diagonally to the right side of the field until he got tackled. I was trying to figure out who actually drug him down because Berthus Reveille, he's hard to catch from behind.
He's hard to catch.
So I'm going to give mad props to whoever tackled Berthus Reveille from behind on the Monroe end.
There is a Hornet down. We are going to take a quick break. It's 35-7 Monroe, but Talawanda, they're at the goal line. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report Network. Tyson Rupp carted off the field. And Botas Rebele, he's going to scoot his way in. It's a touchdown for Talawanda. There's a flag after the play. Not sure what this is.
And it looks like the actual score is going to stay, and this may be on Monroe.
Still waiting for word here. As the ref will talk to Coach Volker.
Got an update from Jacob Bingham. Kathman to Pope for 35 yards, extra point missed. 28-7, Moeller is up on top of Lakota
wow.
East. Huge missed extra point.
So, the touchdown will stand. Not sure what the flag was. Maybe accidental throw? Not sure. Ref threw that on accident. Needless to say, it will still stand. Talawanda trying to creep their way back. Extra point on its way. Good snap. Low kick. But it's good. And another flag on the field. It's 35-14 Monroe. Let's see what this flag is. The laundry getting thrown here. Opening weekend.
Yeah, hey, first game jitters. I guess it's justifiable. The first couple games are always long.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get in the groove. Refs have to get in the grooves too. I mean, not just players and coaches. The refs have to get in the scheme of things.
Did they pick it up again? Still trying to figure out what that flag was. It might be on Talawanda.
Yeah, we got referees talking to both coaches. We're going to see what's going to happen here. Oh, and that's a tripping, Joey.
Oh, wow. Roughing the kicker on Monroe. So it looks like that's going to scoot the kickoff up. At least it should. 2:12 to go, Chris. 35-14. You got a defensive stop last time with a missed field goal. I mean, what do you say here?
Well, Talawanda, they had to score there, and then we were saying that before when the drive started. Talawanda gets the score. This is big time. Now hold Monroe, play some defense, grasp it, take a hold of it, and Talawanda's actually got themselves in a good position.
Gracious.
They're kicking at the Monroe 40. You send us in the end zone? Absolutely.
That, or at least try to get like a little squib. Oh, that's what they're doing. I think he might have touched it, though, before the 10 yards. Are they going to throw the flag? Referee's debating.
He may have touched it. I was going to say, on that squib onside kick, I think the Talawanda.
This is a big play here.
Yeah, whoever touched it actually grabbed it probably a yard before.
Yep.
But then again, his body looked like it was at the 30-yard line. So I don't know if
Volker's out there.
I don't know if they're going to actually call him on the where his body was, but anywhere else, college or pro, you can't touch that ball anywhere before the 10-yard marker.
They are going to give it to Monroe. So it will be illegal touching. That was close, though. That was very close. The idea was perfect. You started kicking at the 40. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a good play call.
Right. You're not giving up too much more room there. I mean, if you're going to kick in the back of the end zone, what's another 10 yards from the 20 to the 30 going to do for you?
So here we go. Pitch and company will try and drive down the field. They took off almost over 8 minutes. The last drive ended up with a missed field goal by Martinez. Ball to 31. Monroe 35. Talawanda 14. Pitch. The run to Miles. He's finally tackled down. A loss of 3, looks like.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and toss out Drew Taylor, Deion Johnson. Deion Johnson's been called a lot tonight on the defensive end for Talawanda. Wrapped up.
And
Miles
we
there.
have another injured player down. We're going to take a quick break here. There's 1:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Monroe 35, Talawanda 14. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Network. We're at the Hornets' Nest, where pitch is behind center for Monroe. And we have, looks like offside or encroachment.
Yeah, it's gonna be off. It's gonna be offside.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I guarantee a pitch is like we're gonna get a hard count. Get a hard count out off the injury break.
Oh, yeah.
It's 2nd down and 13. Now you're looking at 2nd down and 8. Smooth play by pitch.
Very, very good play call there. Ball will be placed at the 33 now. It's now 2nd and 8. Pitch. Jackson. He's in the backfield. Jackson gets it up the middle. Jackson breaks free. Jackson cuts it back up the middle. Jackson! Across the 50 to the 45. What a good run there.
Just when Talawanda looked like they were going to get a stop, grab a little bit of that momentum like we've been talking about, Jackson runs off a 20-yard booster across the 50-yard line down to the 45-yard line in Talawanda territory. We're reaching a minute to go in the third quarter.
Pitch and company from the 45 of Talawanda. To Jackson again, to the left side. Jackson finds a hole. Jackson to the 30, 25. Tackled down at around the 23-yard line. Another first down and another big gain for Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, you give the ball to Jackson. Jackson's going to make himself some plays. Can't tell you on the radio, not doing it justice, but the offensive line for Monroe is getting the game ball tonight.
Spectacular. They've been absolutely impressive. Might have one more play after this, possibly. 33 seconds to go. Pitch under center again. Jackson in the backfield. Guess who gets it? Jackson gets met, though, by 2 Talawanda linemen.
Yeah, unfortunately, the numbers up here are just, I think we had trouble with Talawanda's numbers last year, but the front 3 from Talawanda doing some business right there as we're rounding up this third quarter.
And Mullins is saying, just let it go. And we will take a short break. Fourth quarter upcoming. We got 12 more minutes. Monroe 35, Talawanda 14. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report. Chris, what's going on around the county?
Right now, fourth quarter, Baden 20, Mount Healthy 7, Greenville 27, Madison 6, Ross 27, Wilmington 24 in the third quarter, St. Xavier 17, Lakota West 14 in the third quarter. Right here, 35-14, Monroe over Talawanda, Hamilton 36, West Claremont 28 in the third quarter. Fairfield and Centerville is tied 14-14 at the half. Moeller 31, Lakota East 26 in the third quarter. Kings 21, Middletown 6 in the third quarter. And final 31, Gamble Montessori to New Miami nothing. That was last night. Oh, Milford 28, Edgewood 7. That was this evening. That is a final.
And when you were reading those off, we had a false start. And Monroe goes back 5 yards. Fourth quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Pitch to Jackson. Who else gets about 3 or 4 yards? It will be 3rd and 10 and another big 3rd down. Play coming up here if you're the Talawanda defense.
Yeah, Talawanda's defense has been stepping it up this half, and it's been looking impressive. They're able to contain Monroe, at least hold them, but Monroe's kind of pushing that long drive in the 3rd quarter. And kind of deflated some of that Talawanda defense. But nonetheless, Talawanda's defense is looking a lot better this quarter.
3rd and 10 pitch, hands it off. That will be to Jackson, gain of 8. Chris, I might go for it here.
I don't know, Joey.
4th and 2.
You got Grant Martinez. We'll see. We got a Talawanda man down. Tell you what, first game of the year.
A lot of people going down.
Oh yeah.
You are listening to the live broadcast here of the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. I'm Joey Vogt, alongside my main man Chris Vogt. Chris, you see any updates yet?
Yeah, looks like St. Xavier is up on top of Lakota West, 17-14 now. Chris Gundrum will have the report on our website come tomorrow morning. And Jacob Bingham is over at East checking out Moeller at Lakota East. And right now, Moeller leads 35-27. I believe that's in the 3rd quarter. That's what we got right now. Some
big time action in week 1 in the Southwest Ohio region. Here it is 35-14. Monroe dominated the first half. I can't say the same for the second, but Talawanda's definitely improved on the defensive side.
Oh yeah, I think anytime you go into the halftime break, you got to make adjustments. And if first-year head coach, fourth-year head coach, 18-year head coach, coaches know that when you go into the halftime break, we got to have something to adjust. We got to have the game plan altered for our benefit for the next 24 minutes.
So here we go. Monroe will go for it. 4th and 2. It's a handoff. It's pitch. That handed it off to Jackson. And I believe he got the first down.
Yeah, it was kind of like a handoff up the middle. It looked like a pro form 3-back formation. Going Tecmo there, Tecmo Super Bowl formation, but all Williams needed was 3 yards, and he got 5. 1st and 10, they're going to call that 1st and goal with 10:39 left to go in the 4th.
And Monroe's score here would definitely damper the chances of a Talawanda comeback. Pitch. Hands it off. Jackson to the 5, across the 5 to about the 4. And do we have another injury down?
Both programs are, it's one of those things where, as a head coach, you want to push your players, you want to make sure they're in condition. First game of the season, I don't know if these are cramps.
Yeah.
Looks like there's 2 Talawanda guys down with cramps. So it's one of those things. If you got to eat the bananas. You got to drink the Gatorade.
Absolutely.
You got to drink the water 24/7. Got to stay off the monsters. It's hard for high schoolers to do that too.
Opening weekend here in Southwest Ohio, Butler County. We thank you for tuning in. 35-14. Hornets had control, basically are in control. In that first half, a couple big plays really set the tone, especially that first play from scrimmage, from pitch. And then it was all Monroe from there. And a few big plays from both the Srevely as well, Chris. And it leads us to a 35-14 score.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Not really much more to reiterate on both sides of the field. Monroe doesn't seem like they're skipping a beat. You go to the bread and butter, keep it within the hash marks, and that's what they're doing. And if they're able to break it outside, and if Talawanda is going to be able to let them have that, then by all means, Monroe is going to take advantage of that.
As we have it feels good having the student section back as they are doing the roller coaster. I remember those days.
Over at BHS,
Over
Baden High
BHS.
School. What year did you graduate, Joey? Jeez.
2011.
2011.
How about you, 97?
No, I'm 10 years older than you, Joey, so 2001.
A little baseball star in the making, huh?
Yeah, maybe Gavin. We'll see. Well, Jenna's trying to be a softball star, so
There you go. So, we are back. Monroe has it, second and goal at the 4. Pitch under center. Jackson in the backfield. Jackson will take. Jackson will scoot in. Touchdown, Monroe. Jackson, easy rush. And Chris, you said this all game. That Monroe offensive line has to get the game ball.
yeah, I mean, they're getting off the ball and getting off the ball well. I just don't think Talawanda has an answer inside the box right now.
Martinez for the extra point. Good snap. And a good kick. And the point's good. Monroe 42, Talawanda 14. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Monroe 42, Talawanda 14. And a muffed kick there, or a muffed catch by Talawanda. And Monroe just coughs up. Talawanda, I can't see the numbers, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it was a muff exchange off the kickoff, deep inside the 5-yard line when Talawanda tried to wrap it up, but eventually gets up to the 10-yard line, and that's where Talawanda is going to start at their own 10.
Chris, if you want to see a turnaround, Monroe, their first 3 games of last season, 37 points total. Tonight, 42. So, Bob Mullins said something. Like, we need to get this offense going early on this season. And this first game can depict the tempo, how they finish.
Oh
the
yeah,
rest of the season.
I agree. I think this might stem for the entire high school scene, but once you have a full-blown schedule and you have the opportunity to kind of, anticipate a full schedule and a full workout in a full preseason, then you're in good hands.
Yeah. Berthas Reveille he kept it. That's to the left side, down the sideline, for about a gain of 13 for a first down for Talawanda. If you're Talawanda, now you're just you're trying to figure out what can work, what offense works for you, and get those players in there. Get the players, because you don't want to have Berthas Reveille injured, maybe. So, I mean, if you're Volker, you got to think, I want to take these starters out at some point.
Well, I beg to differ, Joey, just because it's the first game of the season. They need to figure out what they have to do to try and get some consistency on the offensive side of things. That was a handoff to Morris Williams up the middle. Nothing going there.
And that's basically what it has been for Talawanda. From last year, it is difficult, I would say, for Bothus Reveille coming in as a running back / fullback behind the line to now running the show. I don't know if that has effect on Bothus Reveille, but definitely he is Volker's main man. As Bothus Reveille will throw, and that's high over, looks like number 10, Hayden Markham.
Yeah, that was kind of a quick out for Hayden Markham to the right sideline, about an 8 and out, but Bothus Reveille's throw sort of errant and into the sidelines of the Monroe player section.
And then Monroe's defense, nothing less than pretty much unstoppable. A few big plays that were given up, but they have definitely picked it up since last season. Bothus Reveille, shotgun. Looks like he's gonna run it to the left side. Bothus Reveille breaks one, out of bounds for about a gain of 4.
Yeah, Bothus Reveille saw the left side off the shotgun snap. I think he initially knew exactly where he was going to go, and right there picks up about 4, so it's gonna be 4th down and 8. Looks like Talawanda's going to punt it.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't want to give Monroe the ball back in Talawanda territory just for the mere fact that Monroe's been able to just run the ball.
That's a high snap. But that is a good kick there by Claire. Good punt there. It is 42-14, 7:44 to go. Monroe opening weekend against Talawanda. First meeting since 2013. Went back, Chris. This time, Talawanda, though, won. It was 24-14.
Close one.
Woo! Lots have changed, but it feels good to have high school football back.
Oh, it does. I mean, we were anticipating this all summer. It had a little bit of a. I mean, this is the dog days of summer here. Prior to some of that rain coming through that we had earlier in the evening, we were looking at 95-degree temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that rain was a little bit of a blessing that we had earlier.
Nice cool breeze up here at the Hornets' Nest. Here is pitch. Jackson in the background. Jackson will run it. That is about a gain of 5, maybe 6. Monroe's rushing game, like last year, I mean, you're gonna rarely see any passes, and Coach Mullins has his side down. It's been very exciting to watch here in this first game.
Yeah, I think Monroe's going to probably stick to the runs up the middle. Oh, pardon me. That's looks like Miles is under center right now for Monroe, and he takes about a 15-yard gain to the right side.
Miles, that's a brilliant play call there. Miles broke free for about 20. And it's first down Monroe once again. Driving at about the 23-yard line.
Yep, Pitch is on the sidelines. I think Pitch is going to call it a day for him. Smart move on Bob Mullins' part.
Oh, absolutely. And so now it'll be Miles taking over the duty.
That was a handoff to E.J. Wan. He's a sophomore, Joe, getting a little bit of action on the first game. with a 42-14 lead. I'm betting Bob Mullins is excited about that. Hey, boys, you want to see some play in action?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get you guys in there. Show us what you got.
Absolutely, especially the first game of the season. Just an impressive night here at the Hornets' Nest. High school football is back. Miles under center. And he almost evades a Talawanda defender. But it's about getting a 1.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. We got an official timeout. We got a Monroe Hornet hobbling off the field. We're going to take a break. We'll get some scores. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may...
Welcome back to the Hornets' Nest. Monroe, 3rd and 8 at the 21. Breaks to the outside here. And that's Miles. And is he going to be short?
Yeah, he gets pushed out at around the 19-yard line. He's going to be about 5 yards short, so he's going to bring up. No, pardon me. Yeah,
3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Pardon me.
Miles getting a little rep time at quarterback. He's had a field day as well. .440 to go. Miles takes it up the middle to the 5. Around the 5 to the 6. And that is a Monroe 1st down.
We're checking in with Dan and Joel over at Middletown. Kings is winning 24-6 in the 4th quarter. I believe that one's wrapping up here shortly. As we're wrapping up ours here, reaching 4 minutes to go, and in this bad boy here at the Hornets' Nest, 42-14, Monroe.
As Miles will be back behind center. Handoff. Number 5, E.J. Giant. Getting his reps in. E.J. Wan, I do apologize. Second and goal at the 4. Monroe looking to put an exclamation point on opening weekend. Miles. Oh, he ended up pitching it off. That was an impressive play.
Well, you know, it's going to be considered an actual pass. So has Monroe actually missed a pass today? That's the thing.
It is now 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that was a pass to, I believe it was Landon Wynn. Landon Wynn actually got that back to the line of scrimmage.
We are now just under 3 minutes to play. Monroe 42, Talawanda 14. As Miles will be behind center, but we got a timeout from Monroe. We will take a quick break ourselves. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network. Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Report. Chris, we got some updates.
Yeah, right now we're looking at score stream. Baden 27, Mount Healthy 7 in the fourth quarter. Greenville 27, Madison 6. That's in the third quarter. St. Xavier 24, Lakota West 14. That's in the third quarter. Monroe 14, Talawanda 14. That's right here. Wrapping this one up. Ross 41, Wilmington 31. And I believe Milford has taken down Edgewood. And that's at 35-7. Centerville 21, Fairfield 17. Hamilton 36, West Claremont 28. Moeller 31, Lakota East 26. I believe those are in the fourth quarter. Kings 21, Middletown 6. And Gamma Montessori took care of New Miami 31-0 yesterday.
And on that last play, Monroe stuffed with a no-yard situation. And now we'll see what the call is. And it looks like another Monroe player went down.
Yeah, I think both programs are going to go to the drawing board on your strategic play out on the field. But I tell you what, conditioning and getting the players in shape can be somewhat of a tough deal at the first game of the season.
Oh yeah, and I'm assuming they'll be better conditioned, but definitely a little bit of first game jitters maybe. You're getting them out here, and we'll see what Monroe does here. 2:14 to go. It's 4th and goal at the 8. And I believe a timeout by Coach Volker. And we are going to take one of our final breaks. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Hey, sports fan! Did you know the OHSAA is among the national leaders in social media? Check out the OHSAA's social media platforms for news, tournament information, accomplishments, helpful links, and all the items available in the fan guide, including photos, DVDs, and publications. Check out OHSAA Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And who knows, you may be the next featured face.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio...
Welcome back, Monroe. 4th and 8, 4th and goal from the Talawanda 8. Miles behind center. Miles will keep it. Stop, but there is a flag on the play. Not sure what it will be. It's a face mask on Talawanda, and that might just do it. Automatic first down. Monroe will maybe run down some clock, or they may even score here. We'll go from the 5. Monroe's defense has been incredible tonight. Miles. He's going to keep it. He's going to break to the outside. That was a great cut. Touchdown. And Miles has a rushing touchdown. Monroe. Exclamation point.
Yeah, you saw that the play was coming towards us, and you can envision you got that read option offense. You got your split ends, and then you got you're back right behind Miles. Miles turns around, act like he was going to hand it off, and he just takes himself to the right side. A minute 56 left, 48-14. Monroe puts the exclamation mark on things.
Martinez, it's good. 49-14. Monroe over Talawanda. I mean, they can't be stopped, even when they, I guess, try and arc to score, not to score.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you're Bob Mullins, you're going to tell the kids to continue to play. All of his starters aren't out there at the moment, and you can't sit there and tell your high schoolers not to continue to play. So, right now we're sitting at 49-14, under 2 minutes to play. And Volker's going to tell the guys, hey, look, let's continue to run this bad boy to the end. Let's continue to play. Let's get better. We want to get better, and that's what this first game's all about, is making sure that one, you understand what you have out on the field, and two, you're just going to continue to play better and play to the final gun.
Absolutely. And Martinez will kick it. Talawanda will return from the 10 to the 20. Met at the 25. Woof! A nice tackle. 1:30 to go. It is a running clock. So this will be most likely the last possession for Talawanda. Running clock, Chris, after...
Yeah, running clock after 35.
35. Well, from tonight, from what I got from watching Monroe, the Southwest Buckeye League better be ready, because they're coming for some vengeance.
Oh yeah, I mean, a completely different start of the season for Monroe. Bob Mullins has got to be ecstatic. On the Talawanda end, you're hoping that Volker and company will be able to take what they were able to see tonight, adjust, and go from there.
And, oh, wow, what a run there. I don't think that's Bertus Reveille, though.
Yeah, that's Roberson.
Roberson. A nice little 12-yard run. As we are winding down opening night, as we have a Talawanda player down. We're not done yet, Chris.
No, we're not. I'll tell you what. Drinking lots of water, eating lots of bananas.
Some protein bars.
And get them muscles working. Let's go through Score Stream and see what we got going on here as we're winding down here. Now, we're trusting Score Stream here, so we'll go from there.
We have 27-6 in the third quarter. Greenview over Madison. And then we have St. X 24-14 over Lakota West in the fourth. You're listening Talawanda Monroe 42-14. Ross and Wilmington in a shootout, 41-31 Ross in the third quarter. Baden over Mount Healthy getting their first W on the season, 27-7. Moeller 42, Lakota East 27 in the fourth. Kings on top, Middletown 24-6. Joel and Dan are there. 36-28, Hamilton over West Claremont in the third. Centerville and Fairfield battling it out. Centerville 24, Fairfield 17. And Gamble Montessori knocked off New Miami, post-Robinette and senior class, 31-0 last night.
Yeah, I think Milford took down Edgewood as well over at Kumler Field.
So I am assuming this will be the last play of the game. For Talawanda, as they will recoup, head into the locker room for week 2. Roberson to the outside, out of bounds. Won't matter, we have a running clock. And Monroe will pick up their first win of the new season in impressive fashion. 49-14 over Talawanda.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a quick one here. We'll run down what we got going on, and we'll send you guys off. We'll be right back. Butler County High School Sports Reports Network.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Network, where we are at the Hornets' Nest, and we had just seen Monroe in impressive fashion defeat the Talawanda Brave 49-14. Chris, I think I would give the game ball to the offensive line for Monroe.
Yeah, the offensive line for Monroe set up the entire offensive scheme for the Hornets. Pitch was able to go in there, utilize the read option the way it should have been. Elijah Jackson was a fantastic specimen, grabbing the handoff and keeping it inside the hash marks. And when he was able to bounce it outside, he was able to grab some large gains. Quite frankly, Pitch played a perfect game.
It was pitch perfect.
Pitch perfect. There it was. I was waiting for that, Joey. But other than that, Monroe was able to play sound. Going to the Talawanda end of things, I think Volker's going to have to go to the drawing board, figure out how he can utilize his go-to players, and go from there. Talawanda may be lacking a little bit on the defensive end in terms of staying in their lanes. A lot of open space for Monroe to do some things on offense, and that ultimately bit them.
Absolutely, and Talawanda gave up a lot of big plays. And Monroe, they don't have Deaton anymore, so they have to rely on others. And we've seen that from Pitch, from Jackson, from Wynn even tonight, and Miles, who had a rushing touchdown to finish a game. You're starting to see this Monroe team gel, and it's only week one. And that's a scary thought, especially you're almost heading in to conference play, and these big clubs like Valley View, they're going to be scared of Monroe this year.
Oh, yeah. Valley View's got their eye on Monroe. That's for sure. Oh, hey, Joe, next week, Monroe's going to travel to Ross. That's going to be a big-time game.
Be a good
big-time game. I think we might have to go there. And then we also have Talawanda traveling to Little Miami. So 2 away games to start the season for Talawanda. I'm sure they can't wait to get home after this one. So.
Well, it's a full moon tonight, and it was definitely a beautiful night of football, even though we had a little bit of rain. Didn't stop Monroe from scoring. I'm Joey Vogt. Chris Vogt, thank you so much, my friend. Final score, 49-14, Monroe. Opening kickoff, opening weekend.